Earlier this week, Kentucky's Tourism and Arts Heritage Cabinet revoked an $18 million tax exemption for a Bible-themed amusement park called Art Encounter. The park, which was being spearheaded by the infamous creationist and fraud and charlatan Ken Ham, um, it was originally set to have a life or two-scale model of the Ark, to have animatronic dinosaurs and all the wonderful balmy things that go along with the ideology of creationism. And you're thinking, well, why did Kentucky's Tourist Board decide to revoke this $18 million tax exemption? Well, initially they thought, oh, it'll create jobs, it'll stimulate kind of tourism in the state, and then they find out Ken Ham's hiring practices at the amusement park. So it turns out Ham only wanted to hire Christians, of course, in particular politically conservative young earth creationists. Interestingly, the job applications for the park instructed applicants to submit, quote, salvation testimony, a creation belief statement, and a confirmation of your agreement with the Answers in Genesis statement of faith. Now, of course, Answers in Genesis is Ken Ham's, creationist, industry, where he makes videos and stuff like that. So he's basically forcing people to have a certain ideology to work for him. And of course, just for good measure as well in terms of his hiring practices, the park required that all of its employees oppose abortion, euthanasia, gay rights, and trans rights. So really nice Christian, all-loving values that he wants to have his employees to have. Now, state law forbids companies receiving tax incentives to discriminate on the basis of religion. However, Ken Ham, being Ken Ham, he decided to fight back. He accused Kentucky of religious discrimination because, of course, he's such a victim. All Christians are such victims in America. He then also launched a billboard campaign in the state, because apparently he does have some money to spend. And a number of the billboards had phrases such as, "To all our intolerant liberal friends, thank God you can't sink this shit." I imagine that the billboard had like a picture of the Titanic or something, because that probably would have been quite apt for that statement being related to him. He also took to his website to decry kind of the evil people and vicious opposition of the tourist board and other liberals in the state and things like that. So I mean, it's some quite good news from Kentucky. I mean, it's not, the park's not being stopped. It's still going to go ahead, but it's going to cost Ken Ham and those of his ilk an extra $18 million to go ahead and create now. So, Sean, what do you think about the good news from Kentucky?
This had the potential to be a great news story. If only there was an employment test to go with Ken Ham's requirements, like a 20-thing questionnaire that had questions like, how old is the Earth? 8,000 years old, 4.5 billion years old, and like all this like wonderful creationist stuff. When does the soul enter the zygote? At the moment of conception. Obviously, answer number C. Like, so this had a chance to be wonderful. Also, the true and false section would have been amazing. But I was thinking about this, and I'm against the this like idea of giving special breaks to people who provide like tourism or any industry in general. But like, I get it for Kentucky, because what other way are you? If somebody can figure out a way to get tourists to visit Kentucky, then you should give them a big pot of money, because who the fuck wants to go to Kentucky?
You've never heard of the Kentucky Derby? Come on. They have the Kentucky Derby. It's like the horse racing central. Come on.
Yeah, that's nice. We got horse racing in New York at Saratoga, and we still got other things to do. But anyway, my point is, so like, you probably should give them a bunch of money if they can figure out a way to get people to visit. That being said, like, the Kentucky legislator did the right thing in this case. If you're going to have a system where you're giving out money to people or tax breaks to people, you can't have them discriminate against who they're hiring. Like, it's so obvious. Like, I can't, like, we have like years and years of Supreme Court precedent and like state and local court precedent that says this is not okay. And it's unfortunate that Ken Ham will probably spin this in a way to raise more money, but yeah, I'm really glad they took away his credit.
I don't want anybody giving Kentucky any credit. Did they not know that this was going to exactly go down this road? I mean, this is like the road to Benghazi. You could see this without a GPS, without a map, We knew how this is going to be played out. We knew how he is. So don't be like, oh, Kentucky, they took away the tax money. Come on, really? This is and him all about liberals and whatever. We knew this was going to happen. We knew how he was going to be, and it's like I just can't. I'm not going to pat Kentucky on the back for this. It's ridiculous too, and it's just a bad idea too. In the long run, for that to even remotely try and happen.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Kentucky is like are a bunch of geniuses. Like, it's obvious that they should have pulled away the tax credit, but I'm gonna say it is less obvious that he's gonna have such discriminatory like hiring practices. Like, these are really over the top, and I understand Ken Ham is a really over the top guy, but like you have to write like affirmation letters and all this like stuff. It's like you're applying to a graduate program of crazy. And like I wouldn't have expected.
Well, that's what the creation. I'm sorry, but that's what the creation is. Or what is it? The park or museum or whatever this thing is. That's what it is. It is applying to the crazy town. I mean, how is it not? It's,
yeah. But like applying for a job at Crazy, I think should be simple. Like, it should be like, you know, where do you live? You know, basic job application stuff. But this is like you have to write a dissertation towards Crazy. Like, there's like Steven mentioned like 4 letters that you have to write that like prove that you believe this and this and this and this. You have to prove that you're a devout Christian. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, you know, not for nothing. We're trying to figure out what Michelle Bachmann can do. Maybe she could rewrite this to get them their tax money back, and maybe she could get a cut.